Number 13, we've got James Kagete. Number 14, Paul Mocheti. And number 15, Laurent Shumanyule. So welcome the team from Kenya. Now, for the Iranian African Champions and Paralympic representatives in Rio 2016, let's welcome Algeria. Number 4, Abdenour Garbaje. Number 5, Abdelkader Makdashi. Number 6, Ayub Badrani. Number 7, Rafiq Mansouri. Number 8, Hakim Gadashi. Number 9, Nabil Begoun. Number 10, Nabil Tabi. Number 11, Abdenour Benedironi. Number 12, Abdurruf Abad. And number 13, Zidi Omar. Number 14, Soufiane Matou. And number 15, Bilal Ayashi. The coach of the Algerian side is Mr. Lashni Tagib, and he's assisted by Mustafa Ibrahimi. And for the Kenyans, we have the head coach Samuel Wafarula. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we could, those that can stand, could you please stand for the Kenyan national anthem? All right, so now for the Algerian. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to both teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Durban in South Africa for the second game of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers. The game that we've got coming up next is the game between the Algerians and the Kenyans. Algeria are the reigning African champions and represented the continent at the 2016 Rio Paralympics, and up against the minnows from Kenya, I would say. Don't know too much about them, but it's good to see them here in South Africa, and I know their program in Kenya, they've been working very hard to get their guys here, and it's great to have them in South Africa. All right, so the Algerian guys looking hungry for this as they get ready to take on the Kenyans. Player to watch out for Algeria is their number 9, Nabil Goudon, and their number 15, Balil. Just about ready to get underway. This game coming to you live from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Center here in Durban, just north of the city of Durban. And we have a lovely day here, the opening day. And the crowd's starting to build up nicely. The main game tonight is the opener between the South African national team and the Moroccan national team. All right, we're underway here with Nabil Goudon putting the play in for the number 13 from Algeria.
He's out of bounds. Can you press the ball?
Sorry, 13 for Algeria was Soufane Matou. Bringing the ball up for Kenya is Itagen Temwe. Throws up a shot, a long way off. So the Algerians with the possession. Bilal Ayashi inbounding the ball to Nabil Goudon. He's a standout player in the Rio Paralympics, and breaks through into the key, but unfortunately unsuccessful with his attempt. But the rebound taken by the Kenyans, and ball out of bounds by the Kenyans, so the Algerians will have another chance to get their points tally on the board. Ball going to be inbounded by Abdenour Gabojde, and plays it into Nabil Goudon, who in turn finds Soufane Matou. All right, so in Algeria up and away, and Kenya bring the ball up with their number 5, Itaken Temwe, and Nicholas Mungai plays it off through to Odeo Otieno. Throws up the shot, rebound lands in the hands of Itaken Temwe. Player down, so stop it and play. Still a bit of work to be done to get the boys back in their chairs. All right, we're good to go. So Kenya inbounding the ball with their number 6, Peter Manyao. Nabil Goudon making it Algeria 4, Kenya 0. Goudon definitely their standout player. Plays in the French professional leagues for the Hornets, and the Kenyans trying to make an impact, drawing the foul from the Algerian number 13, Soufane Matou. That'll take Henry Otieno to the line, and hopefully for the Kenyans that they can get themselves on the board. First attempt unsuccessful. Second attempt also unsuccessful. Bilal Ayashi gets the play to the other side of the court, and the Algerian Matur unable to make it count, and the Kenyans come away with the possession. Turnover by the Kenyans, and Bilal finds Gudon, and Gudon doesn't miss those that easily. Algeria putting on the press. The Kenyans struggling to get out of their own half at the stage, and here we have Gudon winning possession back for the Algerians. This broadcast is brought to you by our major sponsor of the event, Cecil, and a partnership with the City of Durban and the Qualification municipality. And the production is done by the guys from TV Sports News Productions. Bilal Ayashi makes sure, and the Algerians now with an 8-point early advantage. Gudon always looking for the ball, plays it through to Mato, and his attempt unsuccessful, but draws the foul, and it will take him to the line for his free throw attempts. Foul was on the Kenyan number 6, that's Peter Manyao. Mato unsuccessful on his first attempt. Yeah, makes the second one count, and Algeria have an early 9-point advantage. Full press being implied by the Algerians, and Kenya managed to safely negotiate their way into the offensive half. Number 4 is Henry Atiano, and plays it out to Peter Manyao. Number 4, Atiano, has to throw up a speculative shot as the shot clock runs down. Unsuccessful, and Algeria will bring the possession into play. Gudon with possession again, plays it into the key where he finds Ayashi, who doesn't miss from that angle. Timeout called by the Kenyan coach as the Algerians take an early comfortable lead after the first 4 minutes of this opening quarter of the second match of the IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers, coming to you from Tongaat Indoor Sports Center. Algeria 11, Kenya 0. Thank you for joining us on our Facebook live feed. Please be sure to like our page, and for more information on the IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers, visit basketball.co.za. That's Wheelchair Basketball's official website, where all the info on the tournament is available for you. Feel free to make comments, and we'll try and get to any questions that you might have. We are looking at uploading all these games onto our YouTube channel, so be sure to visit Wheelchair Basketball South Africa's YouTube channel, and be sure to subscribe. All right, back with the action now. Muto with possession, finds Bilal Ayashi. It's a 3-point attempt, unsuccessful in this time. Ball finds its way to Gudon, who then in turn finds Ayashi. His attempt is unsuccessful, but Matau is able to finish up after that. Algeria leading 13-0. Kenya's number 4 battling to get across, but manages to do so. It's Henry Otieno, and he finds Peter Munyao as the Kenyans look to try and get their first points on the board. And Otieno puts a shot up, but this was unsuccessful. Algeria with possession, and now Nabil Gudon will look to play in Bilal Ayashi with Mato in the key, and unsuccessful with that attempt, but the Algerians managed to pick up the rebound, and Bilal plays it through to Gudon, who puts up a 3-point attempt, which is unsuccessful. The Kenyans struggle to regain possession, but managed to get over the half court, and will look to put their first points on the board, which was unsuccessful, and the Algerians back in possession. Kenya number 14. It's Rajab Abdullah comes onto the court, and number 6, Peter Manyao, comes off. Bilal Ayashi with possession finds Nabil Gudon. Back to Ayashi, puts up the shot, unsuccessful. Rebound picked up by the Kenyan number 4, Henry Otieno. Turnover from the Kenyans, playing very unstructured at the moment, as the Algerians experience definitely showing early on in this second match, and totally in control at this stage with a 13-point lead. Gudon gets into the key, but unfortunately for him, he is unable to convert. Mutu driving through, but fouled by Kenyan number 14, Rajab Abdullah. Bilal Ayashi with the possession, finds Gudon in the key, unsuccessful. The Kenyans do manage to pick it up. Bit of confusion in the Kenyan side as they lose possession, and Bilal Ayashi gets into the key and makes sure. The score now 15-0 to the Algerians, and it's looking quite ominous at this early stage for the Kenyan team as they face the powerhouse of Algeria, and the Algerian number 13, Matu, makes sure. Sideline position as the referee has a chat with the Kenyan coach. Gudon will play the ball into Bilal Ayashi, who will put up the shot, and successful. Algeria very comfortable at this early stage. 19 points still with three minutes left in the quarter, and the Kenyans really struggling to get out of their own half. Ball now with the number 14. The number 14, Rajab Abdullah, but unfortunately unable to get the position over the half court, and he turns the ball over as an 8-second violation is called. Gudon passes it into Bilal Ayashi, who will in turn find Gudon back, and he is unsuccessful. Definite foul on his chair though, not called by referee Yusuf from Morocco. Bilal Ayashi with possession, puts in the fast pass, and unfortunately his teammates weren't on the same level as him, and it hit the Kenyan chair and rolled out in the backcourt. So Algeria maintained possession. 2 minutes 47 left in the first quarter. Total dominant performance so far by the Algerians. Bilal Ayashi puts up the attempt, unsuccessful, but Soufiane Matao makes sure, as the Algerians turn on the screws, 21 with no reply from the Kenyans. The Kenyans are really struggling to get anything out of this quarter at the moment, and once again they're unable to get over their half court, and the 8-second violation is conceded. All right, play about to get back underway, just as soon as the Kenyan players sort out their strapping. Simon Nguji seems set to go now. Referee Natasha Ona passes the ball to Nabil Goudin, and he looks to set up the play and takes the shot, unsuccessful again. Bit of a slow start from Nabil Goudin, but you can be sure he'll be part of the action the whole way through the game as the main ball carrier. Nicholas Mungai inbounds the ball to Rajab Abdullah. Bit of a struggle, manages to maintain possession, and the Kenyans looking to get on the board, but unable to break the Algerian key at this stage. Matul brings the ball out, passes it to Bilal Ayashi, who will play in turn find Matul again, but missing the one or two attempts that they should be making, but it's still early bells in this tournament, and this will give them the opportunity to get rid of the travel from Algeria. I know that Algerians had to fly via France to get to South Africa, so they arrived late last night. So I'm sure they still need a bit of time to recover. Mattel finds Gudon, and unfortunately once again ball is bobbling around the hoop, and doesn't fall for him. Bilal Ayashi, he's going to put up the three-point attempt, prolific from the three-point area, but this time it doesn't fall for him. Nabil Gudon puts up another shot, this time it falls, and with 56 seconds left, Algeria take a 23-point lead, and the hapless Kenyans are battling to get out of their half, and once again they turn over possession. Soufiane Matao with possession for the Algerians, finds Nabil Goudin, and he passes it through to Hakim Badashi, who makes sure of the 2 points. Once again, Kenyans struggling to get out of their key and turn over possession back to the Algerians. This is something that the different class of the Algerians compared to the Kenyan boys is quite evident already early on in this game. Nevertheless, the Kenyans will give it their all, and it's good to see them taking part in the IWBF Afro World Championship qualifiers. Just for a lot of these players, just to be part of this type of an event is a lifetime experience for these guys. So great to be part of it, and it's good to see the Kenyans here. 8 seconds left of the first quarter as Nabil Gudon will make sure of the points, and they take a very convincing 29-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Once again, we would just like to thank our major sponsor, Sasol, for making this tournament possible, and their continued support of wheelchair basketball in South Africa. Sasol are proud sponsors of the South African Amawila boys, and have been the major sponsor of wheelchair basketball in South Africa for in excess of 12 years. So thank you to Cecil for supporting wheelchair basketball and for making this this event possible. All teams are housed at the Hampshire Hotel in Ballito, and transport services provided by Jared Travel and Tours, and also the tournament wouldn't have been possible without the support of the City of Durban and the Qualification municipality. Thank you also goes to BlackRock's security for their support, as well as the guys from Portal Projects and MediPost, as well as Romachem and High Tech Therapy, provider of all medical strapping for the team. The Kenyan coach looks a bit bewildered at the moment on the Kenyan bench, trying to get his boys to rally, and I think it's going to be a tough ask for these guys, but it's good to see them out here in South Africa, and hopefully we will see them get some points on the board. My name is Jerry Smith. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager for Wheelchair Basketball South Africa, and it's good to have you on this live broadcast. Please feel free to comment, ask questions. We'll try and engage as much as we can, and let's hear from you. What do you want to hear from us? And let's support your teams, guys. All right, just about to get underway here in the second quarter. The Kenyans with a possession. Turnover by the Kenyans, and Algeria will look to get their points tally underway in this second quarter. Ball inbounded by Ayub Badrani, and early on, the coach for the Algerians is managing to bring in some of his bench players. So number 10 for Algeria's Nabil Tabil. Sorry, Tabi. Travelling violation on Kenya number 10, Simon Nguji. Algeria with possession. Nabil Tabi finds Nabil Goudin, who in turn gets Omar Zidi on the board. Kenya in possession now. The playmaker Nicholas Mungai, and he finds number 4. Yes. Well done. Crowd goes wild as Kenya get on the board. Foul there by number 9, Nabil Goudin. Number 4, Henry Oliano the captain gets the points for the Kenyans. So could this be the start of a comeback from the Kenyans? Let's see. This remains to be seen. But anyway, as a result of the foul, he gets a free throw, and unfortunately unsuccessful. Nabil Goudin brings the ball up again. Very fast, athletic player, and makes sure of the points. The Algerian coach is able to start up with his second string players for the start of the second quarter, and it gives them a good opportunity to get some court time as we lead into the competition. Algeria inbound, and it's now Nabil Tabi He finds the number 14. There was Tabi who made the points count. Full court press there by the Algerians, and the Kenyans managing to just about get over the half court. Possession now with their captain Oliano. Gets slapped in the face, no call by the referees, but and the Algerians pick the ball up, and Zidi is unsuccessful with his attempt, but the Algerian playmaker Nabil Goudin makes sure of the basket. Captain Oliano took a blow to the face, unspotted by the referee, so he's out the game for a minute whilst the medical staff have a look. And the Algerian doctors come across to help because the Kenya contingent only has a coach at the moment, so but I'm sure he'll be okay by the looks of it. Folks, the wheelchair basketball tournament, the IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers, takes place from today, the 18th of November, with the final taking place on the 24th of November here at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Center in Durban. And exciting development from the IWBF Africa zone is that on Saturday, the 25th of November, we'll have the first continental 3-on-3 African Championship. So we look forward to that next Saturday. And we call on all the local basketball lovers, whether you like the able-bodied or the wheelchair basketball, to come down and support this fantastic event. A lot of work has gone into putting this event together, and you have the opportunity really to see some of the top wheelchair basketball players that the continent has to offer. Substitution by Kenya. Number eight is Elvis Otiambo, and he replaces the number 9, Mbai. Kenya in possession now. The captain Otieno seems to have recovered from his knock and is back on the court. And the Kenyans managed to draw a foul out of the Algerians, and the foul is on number 14, Zidi. Turnover once again by the Kenyans, and the Algerians will now have an opportunity to further extend their lead. 37-2, ominous signs for the Kenyans. Nabil Tabi gets into the key, but unable to convert. And the Kenyans attempt to get a fast break going, manage to maintain the possession. Basket is good. Foul is on number 9, Nabil Goudin. Basket is good. And that will take the Kenyan number 5, Itakin Tamoy, to the line. And first free throw there made by the Kenyans, and Itakin Tamoy gets the Kenyans on a bit of a roll. So let's see, maybe we can get some points out of them. But Nabil Goudin has other ideas as he adds to the Algerian tally. 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Algerians are already running away with this game. Nabil Tabi hasn't quite found the radar just yet. Brings it out. The Kenyan number 5 is Itakin Tamoy, and turns the ball over. Goudin finds the number 6, Ayub Vadrani. Foul called. we got foul on the number 5 by Itekin Timoy, and that will take Nabil Gudon onto the line. Gudon makes sure of the first basket. Let's see if he can convert the second attempt. Les Hornets player from France, and one of the top players in the African wheelchair basketball arena at the moment, and makes sure of another attempt there. Despite a slow start from Nabil Gudon, he seems to be finding his rhythm now, and the Kenyans will not be happy about that. Another turnover by the Kenyans, and possession back to the Algerian team. Nabil Tabi makes sure of the 2 points as the Algerians rushed into a 44-5 first half lead with 6 minutes still to play in the first half. No look pass there by the captain Otieno, and once again another Kenyan turnover. It'll be interesting to have a look at the turnover stats come the end of the half. But yeah, the Kenyans are really struggling to get to grips with the press being deployed by the Algerians. Foul by the Kenyans, which takes the number 7 for the Algerians, Rafiq Mansouri, to the line. First attempt wayward, and they'll look to make the second attempt. Unsuccessful. Rebound picked up by the captain Otieno, and he manages to get the ball over the half court, but then actually goes, should have been called a half court violation, but the referee let that one go, and the turnover sees the Algerian Gudon take possession, trying to get his fellow colleagues into the game, and unfortunately the ball deflected out of play. We have a foul on number 5 again for the Kenyans. That's Itekin Timoy. Substitution called by the Kenyans, and we have the number 7 Achille about to come on for the number 8 Odiolambo. Gudon puts up the attempt and unsuccessful. Taibi picks up the rebound and makes sure of his attempt. The Algerians totally blowing this game out already with 5 minutes still to play in the first half. The press employed once more. Kenyans just about get it over their half court and look to ball in the play. A bit of a speculative pass there by Otiano, and Itekin Timoy unable to pick up the possession. Algeria moves swiftly down the court with a fast break. Abad with the assist. Kenya once again struggling to get out of the half, and 8-second violation called by referee Yusuf from Morocco. The Algerian bench looking very relaxed at this stage, but they'll know that they will have some tough competition in this tournament from the likes of Morocco, Egypt, as well as South Africa, and this game will definitely allow the coach the opportunity to give some of his bench players a run. Nabil Gudon is one of those players that you can see doesn't ever want to leave the court, always wants to be on. So with him on fire, it's really looking ominous for the Kenyans at this stage. Gudon finds the number 7 Mansouri. shot goes up and missed, and the Kenyans briefly regain possession until they turn it over once more. Number 7, Mansouri in possession, finds Badrani, unsuccessful with his attempt. Badrani gets the ball back, and Mansouri in possession, looking for Badrani once more, and this time the Algerians scored for the offensive foul. That time was on Ayoub Badrani. Substitution from the Kenyans. The number 7, Ochiel, is being substituted in by the number 9, Nicholas Mungai. Still a player down, so that the game can't continue until he's back up. Once again, folks, please follow Wheelchair Basketball South Africa on their Facebook page so that you can enjoy all the live action from the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualification Tournament here in Durban, South Africa. Action coming to you from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Center. Follow us on our YouTube channel. We will also be uploading games as soon as we can at the end of the day. Back to the action as the Kenyans manage to get over the half, and number 6, Etienne Tomoy, unsuccessful with his attempt, and Nabil Tabi gets away with the position and finds his namesake Udon, and he makes sure 50 points on the board for Algeria, and we still have 3 minutes 30 left in the second quarter. The Kenyans managed to get it over the half, and in possession is Etienne Tomoy, and he finds Peter Manyao, and Tomoy picks up the position once more. Manyao unable to get anything going, and Etienne Tomoy turns the ball over, and the Algerians down the court. Nabil Tabi with yet another basket for the Algerians. Another turnover by the Kenyans as the Algerians are just relentless, and the ball is now with number 7 Mansouri, and Tabi with a back to the basket attempt, unsuccessful. The Kenyans managed to pick up the rebound, but are still struggling to get out of their half. Tabi with possession for the Algerians as he looks to set it up, and will probably play it through across to Gugan, plays it back, and the number 14 is Zidi, unsuccessful with his attempt, but Rafiq Mansouri makes sure. Kenya over the half, but unfortunately once again another turnover. I don't know what the Kenyan coach can do in this situation. His boys are just not able to cope with the intensity of the defensive play by the Algerians. And a foul called on the Kenyan number 5, which is your Etienne Tomoy. Folks, next game up in the IWBF Afro World Championship Qualification is the South Africa-Morocco game, which comes to you at 6 o'clock this evening. Preceding that game is the opening ceremony of the tournament. As we get back to the live action, and Nabil Guegin with the ball finds Mansouri, who in turn finds Tabi, who is unsuccessful with that attempt. got Tabi on the line. Two shots. Unsuccessful on his first attempt. Unsuccessful on his second attempt. Kenya with possession, trying to get it over the half court, and once again they're struggling, unable to even maintain their possession, and once again called for the 8-second violation. No let up from the Algerians. They're here to do business, so they're going to play hard, and it's a case of Kenya, welcome to the big time, because the Algerians are not going to give any charity in this game, that's for sure. Tabi with possession, finds Bidon, and he has a three-point attempt. Bobbles out of the basket. Rebound picked up by the number 6 Badrani, but unfortunately his wheel goes out of bounds, and Kenya will have another attempt to get out of their half. Now they're struggling to even string some passes together. So the Algerians now blown for the 3-second violation.
3 seconds to play.
Victor Mansuri took too long, and the Kenyans back to trying to get out. For them right now, their game is how often they can get over into the offensive half. But yeah, and then the Algerians now pushing for the 60 points at the end of the half. 56-5 at the stage, and we've got 51 seconds left. Turnover once again. Algeria will pick up possession. Nabil Tabi takes the score up to 58. There's 34 seconds to go. And really the Algerians running away with this one. Picked up by the number 10, Simon Nguji. Manages to get the ball over the half court, but unfortunately Itakin Tamoy was not on the same page, and Algeria take possession of the ball again. Mansuri with the possession, and as the clock runs down to the end of this first half, Algeria totally dominating this encounter. Gudon with the attempt, unsuccessful. Manages to get in for the rebound, but once again misses his attempt. But the foul is now called. Referee Yusuf from Morocco has picked up that number 6 for Kenya is Peter Manyao, and that affords the opportunity for Gudon to get to the line and see if he can make it 60 points for the first half. And unsuccessful in his first attempt. Unsuccessful in the second, but the rebound picked up by Mansuri, and that will bring the first half to the conclusion, folks. A dominant performance so far by the Algerians, and it's looking very ominous for the Kenyans for the rest of this game. But as we said, good to see them competing here at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualification, and the prize for the winning team of the men and the women in this tournament is a trip to the 2018 IWBF World Championships for men and women. It's taking place in Hamburg, Germany, in August of next year. Folks, we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes when the start of the second half. turnover again by the Kenyans, but they managed to get the possession back. The ball now being held by the number 4, and the captain Otieno. Shot goes up, unsuccessful, and the Algerians immediately break on the fast break, and number 11 Benadroni unable to make his attempt count. All right, Algeria with possession. Number 8 for Nigeria is Mustafa Abbasi, and the Algerians managed to get another 2 points. It's really going to be a tough ask for this poor Kenyan side. The Algerians, very tall players, and the Kenyans a very short team. They would definitely need some very strong outside shooters, and would be need, because they're battling to get into the key at the moment, and there's just no real hope at this stage for the Kenyan side. Foul called on Algeria, and the Kenyans will have a chance to put some more points on the board. Kitaken Tamoy, and we have a technical foul called against the number 6 from Kenya for entering the key after passing the ball in. So we will now have a free throw from the Algerians, and that will be taken by the number 8 Mustafa Abbasi. Technical foul is one shot, and the Algerians will take the possession again at the half court after the attempt. The attempt is unsuccessful, and Algeria will look to restart the play, and number 8 Mustafa Abbasi with possession plays it into the key where Soufiane Matao had his attempt. Had a shot in and successfully attempted. At least the Algerians have allowed the Kenyans to get over the half, and they've pulled back on the press at the moment, and so the hapless Kenyans can at least get into the opponent's half, and opportunity for them to get some points on the board. The captain Otieno puts up a speculative shot as the shot clock was running down. Unsuccessful. Unsportsmanlike foul called by the number 10 of Kenya, Simon Nguji. That sends Soufiane Matao to the line for 2 shots, and again the Algerians will pick up possession after the attempts. Successful on that occasion, and the Algerians will inbound the ball and retake possession. The Kenyans will be happy to see the back of Nabil Gudon, who's having a break now as the Algerian second string gets a run, and number 8 for Algeria is Mustafa Abbasi. Kenyans just have no answer. They can't keep the Algerians out of the key, and they are battling themselves to get anything worthwhile up. Another turnover. The Kenyans have turned over the ball in the first half 38 times. And the Algerians managed to capitalize with 44 points just from the turnovers. So yes, whilst they are struggling, they do need to keep working hard to maintain possession. Number 10 for Kenya is Simon Nguji. He's looking to set up one of his teammates, but as you can see, the guys are struggling to get past the 3-point line as the shot clock runs down, and it looks like a shot clock violation is on his way. And that is what happens. Although they're now getting opportunity to play in the Algerian half, they're still really struggling with the level of play here. But I think it's important that we acknowledge that the fact that these teams are able to come and play in a tournament like this is what it's all about. Shot goes up from the Algerian number 11, Benadroni, unsuccessful, but they managed to maintain the possession, and Benadroni will have another attempt, which he scores. Kenya back in possession. Just over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, and we've got number 9 from Kenya, which is Nicholas Mugai, trying to get number 14 Rajab Abdullah into the play. Matau with possession for Algeria, and unsuccessful with the attempt, but cleaned up almost successfully by the Algerian number 8, Mustafa Abbasi, but the ball didn't drop, and the Kenyans come away with possession. Stoppage in play as the player ends up on the floor. Algeria should have the position. The referee's called the jump ball, and with the alternating possession rule, Kenya get the possession back. And Kenya back with possession to their captain Otieno. He puts up a shot, 3-point attempt unsuccessful, rebound picked up by Sufain Matau. Sorry, that was Mustafa Abbasi. To make sure of the 2 points, and Kenya come back up the court, and really are struggling with this at the moment. They've been sitting on 5 points since early in the first half, and just don't see how they're even going to score any more points in this game. Matu finds the number 11, Benadroni. Number 10 for Kenya is Simon Nguji. Algeria taking possession again, and Mustafa Abbasi makes sure of the 2 points. 3 minutes 40 left to go in the third quarter, and we are definitely on track for a triple figure score in this game, and Kenya got with a lot of work to do for the rest of the tournament. They're going to have further tough games against the likes of Morocco, Egypt and South Africa, as well as Zimbabwe. So the Kenyans are struggling at this stage, but again, hopefully they find their rhythm throughout the rest of the week, and they can at least compete. Algeria shot goes up there from the number 4, Hakim Badashi, and is unsuccessful, but they managed to get the possession back, and number 2 is fouled by the number 10, Simon Ngui. Right, Algeria have possession again, and Benadroni puts up the shot. Is unable to drop, and the Kenyan captain Toy picks up Atieno picks up possession, gets across the half court, looking to play in Simon Nguji. Atieno back to tried the speculative pass to Simon Nguji, but nothing seems to be going for the Algerians. The ball deflected out by Benadroni, and Kenya will pick up possession once more. Correction, the referees have given the possession to the Algerian team, and they bring the ball back up the court with the number 8, Mustafa Abbasi. He looks to play in Benadroni, and Benadroni puts a shot up, unsuccessful on that occasion. But Soufiane Moutel picks up the rebound and makes sure of that attempt. Kenya really struggling in this game, but it's worth pointing out that the Algerians gained valuable experience at the 2016 Paralympics as the African representative, and they found it hard going themselves in Rio, so I suppose they could relate to what's going on today, for the Kenyans today. Mustafa Abassa makes sure of the 2 points, and as the clock starts to wind down in the third quarter, Algeria with a convincing 80-5 lead. The experience that the Kenyans will gain from this tournament will no doubt be invaluable, and whilst they look to grow the game of wheelchair basketball in Kenya, I'm sure they will nonetheless be proud of their boys for at least taking part here. And the number 9 for Kenya, Nicholas Mbai, brings it up. The shot goes up, but Algerians pick up the rebound, and Soufiane Moutel will look to finish off the shot, which he does. Right, 30 seconds left of this third quarter, and we'll see if the Kenyans can get some more points on the board. As I said, really struggling. Their passes are going astray, and the defense of the Algerians is too strong for the Kenyan side at the moment. Benadouani is unsuccessful with that attempt, but there was a foul in the process, and we're just waiting for the referees to indicate what they've called. It wasn't a foul, it's a possession to Algeria in the back inbound, and Algeria with Mustafa Abbasi puts up the three-point attempt, unsuccessful, and Kenya will have the opportunity for one last attempt to get some points on the board in this third quarter, which they haven't been able to achieve at this stage. Possession inbound. Number 9 for Kenya. Ngai gets the ball over the first half, and that's it, folks, for the end of the third quarter. Algeria leading 84-5, and we'll be back shortly with the remaining fourth quarter of this, the game between Algeria and Kenya at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualifying tournament here in Durban, South Africa. Once again, folks, welcome back to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Center here in Durban, South Africa. And about to get underway with the final quarter of the match between Algeria and Kenya. Once again, we'd just like to thank our sponsors, Cecil, and our official partners, the City of Durban, Qualification municipality, as well as our accommodation partner, the Hampshire Hotel in Bellito, our transport supplier, Jared Travel and Tours. Thank you to those guys for making it possible for all these teams to stay safely here and get transported to and from the venues. And without you guys, it makes life very difficult. So thanks to the sponsors. All right, action underway. Algeria bring back the veteran player Bilal Ayashi, puts up a shot, unsuccessful. And Kenya come away with it. Their captain Otieno in possession at the moment. Finds the young number 14, Rajab Abdullah. Bit of scrappy play from both sides at the moment. Otieno in possession. The reach and foul there from the number 6, Ayub Badrani. Shot goes up from Otieno, unsuccessful. Rebound picked up, but also an unsuccessful attempt there by the Kenyans to get back on the thing. Rafik Mansouri makes sure, and that brings up the 86-point tally for the Algerian team. And the Kenyans, can they get some points on the board, and unsuccessful at that attempt. And Algeria through Rafik Mansouri looking to further tighten the screw. The shot goes up there by number 5, Abad, and unsuccessful. The Kenyans bring the ball up the court, and one of the players, I can't quite see who that is, ends up on the floor. Itikin Timwe, and the Kenyan coach is on hand to assist him in getting back up. Eight minutes 30 left in this game. As the Kenyans just work to get some more points on the board, and at this stage, let's see if they are able to do so. And the number 6 for Kenya, also unsuccessful in that occasion. That's Peter Manyao. And Algeria straight back into the key. Bilal Ayashi finding the number 5, Abad. He makes sure of the attempt. Otieno puts up a shot, once again unsuccessful. It's just not much more that the Kenyans can really do. They are trying, and the Algerians now in possession. Rafik Mansouri bringing the ball up. Finds Bilal Ayashi. He will put up the three-pointer, which is good. Bilal Ayashi with the three-point play, and now the Kenyans come back up the court, and once again struggling to penetrate the key. And at last we have an attempt in there from the Kenyans. Unfortunately doesn't drop, and the rebound is picked up by the number 10, Simon Nguji, and at last the Kenyans are able to add 2 more points to the first half tally. Bilal Ayashi started that play, and unfortunately there for Abad, he wasn't able to hold on, and Kenya have possession back again. Kenya with possession. Simon and Guji finding Itikin Tamoy, and Itikin Tamoy puts up a shot and unsuccessful. Bilal Ayashi picks up the rebound, finds Rafiq Mansouri. He's unable to convert the layup, and Kenya pick up the rebound and straight back on attack, looking to add to their 7 points. And they manage to put up a shot. Bilal Ayashi picks up the rebound, and this time he puts in the number 6 for Algeria, Ayub Badrani. Unsuccessful, and Kenya pick up the rebound and back on the attack. End-to-end stuff at the moment. With the game well and truly over, probably in the first quarter, but anyway, the Algerians looking to be clinical and not holding back at all. An attempt there by Abad, unsuccessful, but in the meantime draws the foul, and number 4, Otieno, the captain. Timeout called by the Kenya team, and coach clearly has something he wants to say to his charges. Just a reminder, folks, please follow us on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for all the information on the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualifiers here in Durban, South Africa, please visit our website, www.basketball.co.za. Big shout out once again to our sponsor, Sassel. Not only have they assisted in the sponsorship of this particular tournament, but they continue to proudly support South African wheelchair basketball with their generous sponsorship of our high performance program, which includes our national men's team, and without their support, South African wheelchair basketball wouldn't be able to bring action like this to you, and we're very appreciative of that sponsorship. Bilal Ayashi puts in a three-pointer attempt, and a successful attempt there, and the Algerian team now edging closer to the 100-point tally, and we still have about 5 minutes of the game to go. Captain Otieno gets possession, puts it up, but doesn't fall, and Bilal Ayashi picks up possession and immediately brings the Algerians onto another attack. Ayashi finds the Bud, rebounds collected, and Bilal Ayashi hits another three-point attempt. This time it doesn't drop. Foul this time by the Kenyans on Omar Zidi, as he's fouled by Kenyan number 6, Peter Manyao. Bilal Ayashi will inbound. The end of the game for Peter Manyao, as he's fouled up with 5 fouls and is replaced by the number 14, Rajab Abdullah. Ayashi plays the possession into Mansouri, but the Algerians unable to convert that attempt. Kenya, the captain Otieno, bring the ball up, and Nicholas Ngai, captain Otieno adds some more points to the Kenyan total as they edge towards a double-figure mark. And Bilal Ayashi gets Rafiq Mansouri into the game again as the Algerians tally up 96 points. Folks, thank you for all your comments on our Facebook page. Keep them coming. We'll try our best to answer as many as we can as we get back to the action. And Omar Zidi has an attempt, but unsuccessful. Rebounds, comes off the Kenyan player, and we are back with the possession with the Algerians. 3 minutes 47 to go. Coming up after this game, we have the much anticipated encounter between the host nation South Africa, and they look to avenge the defeat that they suffered to the Moroccan side in Agadir last year. And so that should be quite a close encounter, and we're looking forward to that. But first, the remainder of this game, as Bilal Ayashi gets another three-pointer. Great practice for him to find his range, and he is a danger man on the three-pointers. And I know the scouts of the other countries will be mindful of that, and they'll be scouting this Algerian squad to see how they can compete against them. All right, so we got Badrani with the possession, and he looks to play in Abad, who brings up the 100-point mark, 101 to 9 points. Quite demoralizing, I'm sure, for all you Kenyan supporters out there. However, this is the top level of the sport on the continent, and it can only give these players the experience that they need to go back and work harder to hopefully be able to compete the next time they play at one of these championships. The Algerians now turn over the possession. 2 minutes 35 to play, and Kenya will have the opportunity to try and get some more points on the board before the clock runs out. Possession now with Simon Nguji. Finds Otieno, who tries another attempt, unsuccessful. Rebound picked up, but Kenyans are just not able to find their range at all at the moment. Zidi finds Mansouri through to Abad. Abad has his pass deflected, but Bilal Ayashi is on hand to regain possession, and a three-point attempt that occasion. It doesn't fall, and Kenya now pick up the possession, but once again another turnover, and the Algerians straight back on attack with Bilal Ayashi, and he shouldn't have a problem finishing that one, and does. Kenya looking to get up the court and find a way of unlocking the Algerian defense, and get some more points on the board with their captain Otieno and Tamoy. And yes, at last we have another 2 points there from Rajab Abdullah. Bilal Ayashi with possession. Looks, but this time his pass is wayward and the Kenyans pick it up. However, once again they turn it over, and Abad finds Bilal Ayashi, and gets another 2 points as the clock winds down to the final minute. And I'm sure the Kenyans will be relieved to hear the final buzzer and get back to the hotel and have a shower and take all of this in, and realize that they are now playing in the big leagues, and hopefully they can regroup as a unit and come back and put some performances together for the rest of this tournament. Possession back with the Kenyans, number 14 Rajab Abdullah with the ball. And he's trying to find a way through. Finds his captain, Otieno. But once again, passes are going wayward. And they turn over yet another possession. 23 seconds to play in this second game of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualifier between Algeria and Kenya. And the Algerians looking to finish off with the game with the last shot with 24 seconds. And a wayward pass, which means the Kenyans will have the final opportunity of the game. Following this game, we have the opening ceremony and the team walk-on, and a bit of the pomp and ceremony that is always part of this type of an event. So be stay to tune in for our next game, which is the game against Morocco and South Africa, which will take place at 6 o'clock. Algeria wind this one up with a very convincing 107-13 win over the hapless Kenyan team, but we will, I'm sure we'll see a vast improvement from that, from those boys come the rest of the tournament. That's all from us here in the commentary booth. Jerry Smith, Wheelchair Basketball South Africa Marketing Manager, will be back with you for the next game at 6 o'clock. So please stay tuned for that game. Thank you. Hi folks, welcome back to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Center in Durban. You join us as the teams are preparing to enter for the opening ceremony, and we will keep you here with all the action, and we'll be back shortly. So folks, this is the opening ceremony of the 2017 Afro World Basketball Championship Qualifiers here in Durban, South Africa. And the Algerian women team leads the procession onto the court. Algerian women also represented the continent in the Rio 2016 Paralympics, and they're closely followed by their men counterparts. The Algerian men's side, who you saw just totally demolished Kenya in their opening encounter of this tournament. Followed by Algeria, we have our near neighbors to South Africa, Angola. Welcome the Angolan players. Good to have them here in Durban. Angolan able-bodied basketball has always been a force in the continent, and it's good to see their wheelchair counterparts taking part in this tournament. Some of them are battling to get up the ramp, but the Angolans will be followed into the venue by the Egyptian team, who had their first victory of the day against the Zimbabwean team. Fiercely competitive nation, the Egyptians, and they were definitely happy to get their first win of this tournament, and sets them up nicely for the rest of this particular tournament.
IWBF International Technical Officials.
Following the Egyptian is the international technical officials, including the referees, the table officials, the statisticians, the classifiers. No tournament is possible without these ladies and gentlemen here, and they're doing a fine job already at this particular tournament. Following them onto the court is the Kenyan side. First up, we've got the Kenyan women. Kenya's women's side is closely followed by their men's counterparts. And following the Kenyans, we have the Moroccan team. The Kenyans have come over with their men's and women's side. Morocco have come over with just their men's team for this particular tournament. Also one of the tournament favorites, and they will be up in action against the South African team shortly after this opening ceremony. Following the Moroccans, we have the South African host nation, led out by their women's team. And our stadium announcer got that one wrong. It was actually the Zimbabwean team, so we got the Zimbabwean men team. It's good to see the contingent from Zimbabwe make it across the border after the political turmoil that's been going on there recently. And nevertheless, the team, it's quite a big contingent of Zimbabweans that have made it out to Durban, and we're looking forward to see. And at last, the home nation, South Africa, led out by the women. The South African team proudly sponsored by Sasol, who is our tournament sponsor, as well as the major sponsor for our high performance basketball, wheelchair basketball in the country. And the women's side is head coach is James Matetwa, and now the South African men's side led out here by Carl Bowles. Local player, plays for the Wheelchair Marlins here in Durban. And now for a performance of our local cultural Zulu dancers. Sit back and enjoy, folks.
have made this actually possible to have a positive result. Once they take the very much just as well, and also taking it ahead. And whenever you get to classes, I'm like, to put it together for sincerely. Thank you very much. On behalf of my IWBF, I also want to say hello to you, and then your master sisters to also.
Let me